Doesn't get bigger than this, folks, as La Liga will have El Clasico this weekend. That is Real Madrid up against Barcelona. We're going to talk about that and everything else related to La Liga next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. This time we're taking a look at matchday number whatever. What are we taking a look at? Matchday number 26 out in La Liga. And we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button and keep your bang out to date with all things La Liga related, Blackburn Rovers related. Whoa, football, here we go here. Under one, Rovski, that's right. Now, before we jump into it, to talk about El Clasico and the rest, bring you a bit of an update for you folks. Yes, it is the old Patreon update. It's sticking fast right now over on the Patreon, so let's take a little look at it, shall we? So we do have a new one. I'll get to him in just a second, but let's just bring you up to date with a couple of other little bits and pieces that took place over the past couple of days. Tom Beresford, the Ledge, has upped his pledge. That's right, so respect to your brother for upping your pledge. Do appreciate your support for the channel. Massive, massive, massive thank you. Also, Russell Frost did join the gang very, very soon, or very, very recently as well. So thank you, brother, for joining the old patrons. You're in the exclusive VIP gang. But alongside him is a new one. That is right. It is No Code Drinker. That's right, boys and girls. He is a regular predictor, especially on the English predictions, but he's also chips in every now and again with the old European one. So welcome, brother, to the exclusive Patreon gang. So if you want to join the likes of those guys, plus, of course, Aztec Marky B. Mark, Constable 1976, LG and Cal, Mitchell Shone, and of course Tom Clark and the Ledge, John Spurn. There is the link down below. It is patreon.com/Roverseas. It's a way for you to show additional support for the platform as we try to kick on further to another level over the next 2 years. Hopefully we're going to try and push this baby onto something special with your support. Anyway, so we are talking about matchday number 26 out in La Liga. So let's take a look at it. First and foremost, how we got on last time out in matchday number 25 over in La Liga. That's right. So this is the criteria once and for all. We do it every week. 0 to 3, you're in the poop face gang. Get in there. Get in there, sunshine. Then it's 4 to 5, you're in the straight face club. And if you get 6 plus, it should be 7 plus, I think. 7 plus, you're in the top banana. Well, let's take a little closer look at it, shall we? So, yeah, how did we all get on last time out over in Spain? Well, let's take a closer look at it, shall we? So, Betis and Mallorca ended up all square, 3-3. Actually, went with the 2-1 win for Betis, so that's wrong. Celta Vigo did beat Leganés, big win for them. Actually, went with a 2-0 win, so not too shabby on that bad boy. Barcelona clicked into top gear, 5-0 win over Eibar to go 2 points clear at the top of the table, 5-0 in the end. I actually went with a 3-1 win for Barca, so not too shabby. My old boys, Real Sociedad put up a barnstorming 3-0 win over Valencia. I saw 3 goals in it as well, but I went with a 2-1 win for Sociedad, so I'm happy as Larry with that one, so not too shabby. Whoa, a bit of a surprise on our hands. Levante did beat Real Madrid 1-0. Bit of an upset. I did see Levante scoring, but I did see Real Madrid scoring 3, so that's a bit of a shambles. Could be a bit of a bad preparation for Madrid heading into this, but of course they've got Champions League. Or do they have Champions League? Do they have Champions League this week? I think they do. Anyway, so I got that one wrong, as did a lot of you guys as well. Granada picked up a win, 3-0 away from home against Osasuna. Actually went with a 2-2 draw on this one. So, yeah, wrong as well. Alavés picked up a 2-1 win over Atlético Bilbao. I went with a 1-0 win, so not too shabby. Valladolid beat Espanyol 2-1 to really put the cat amongst the pigeons down the foot of the table there for Espanyol. Real big struggle. I actually went with a 2-2 draw. Not too bad on that one as well. Getafe lost to Sevilla 3-0. I actually went with a 3-2 win. I thought Getafe would snatch it, but no, that's advantage Sevilla in the old Champions League race. And then Atlético Madrid deep beat Villarreal 3-1. I actually went with a 2-0 win on that one. And as you can see, as the old emojis come trickling in, I did enough to get myself 5, which puts me in the straight face gang. Now, who's with me? Who's with me? Well, Victor Fisher, we'll get to you in a minute. Bossio Mattia, they're all over the place. They're all over the place, so this is going to be a little bit of a cluster. So, Bossio Mattia did all right for himself. Danny Karanka, he did absolutely honking, as did We Are QPR, did absolute shocker. So did Nathan Heber, stinking mode this time out. Cody Gaho, not too shabby. Yannick Bustler, absolutely heaving. Next up, Ultra Oma Murat, bit of a stinker as well. Omarji Madi, not too shabby. Marius Christensen did absolutely poop. Who else do we have here? We have another one. Christian 04, stinking. Victor Fisher, not too shabby indeed. And finally, Rice Grange. He did all right for himself, not too shabby. With a bit of a stretch, gets a screen all to himself because of that one. Let's take a look at what the table looks like over in Spain at the moment. As you can see, Barcelona do lead the way, 2 points clear of Real Madrid, but that can all change this weekend, of course, with the big El Clasico. Atletico Madrid are in third, quite seem to be a 3 or 4 horse race for that for the couple of spots there. Atletico Madrid in a battle with Sevilla, those two guys in the top 4 spots at the moment. Getafe just 1 point shy. Real Sociedad 3 points adrift at the moment. Villarreal are in 7th spot. Down the bottom is Espanyol going down at the moment. Leganés also heading down. Mallorca could do a bit of a wonders themselves if they get a victory this weekend, as they are just 2 points shy of getting out of the old drop zone. But it's all to do, all to battle out in Spain. So let's get going, folks, and take a little look at match number 26. Of course, we're going to end it with El Clasico, so you have to stick around and go through the mill with me. So Sociedad will open it up on Friday, the 28th of February, duking it out this time around. The last 6 encounters between these two sides: 2 wins for Sociedad, 1 win for Valladolid, and 3 draws along the way. They played in Valladolid earlier in the season, ended up 0-0. That was back in December. The last time I played in Sociedad was a 2-1 win for Valladolid. So you got to go back. You got to go back to, well, in fact, let's take a look at it. Actually, closer little look. Last time Sociedad beat Valladolid at home was back in 2014. It was a 1-0 win in March as well. So Carlos Vela, I think he's now playing football over in the US of A. Sociedad have actually won the last 3 home matches in La Liga and scored at least 2 goals in 5 of the last 6 home matches as well. So they're pretty comfortable at home, and they'll fancy their chances here. The bookmakers will give them 2-1 on in favour of for the home victory. 7-2 is the draw. 5-1 is the away win. Heading into this, Sociedad are in 6th. The win away from going into 3rd even if they are victorious. Valladolid are down in 15th at the moment, 29 points on the board. Their form is pretty decent. Just 2 defeats at the past 6. Sociedad 3 defeats at the past 6, but 3 out of the 4 games, most recent games, have been victorious. So they are heading in the right direction back again. So hopefully they can push a little bit. I'm going to give it to them 2-1 win over Valladolid, and that will get them, put a bit of pressure on the 5th, 4th, and 3rd place teams above them as they play a little bit later on in the weekend. Next up we have Eibar. They're taking on Levante this weekend. That's right, 2 teams. Are they both in a bit of trouble? Eibar in 16th spot. Levante doing absolute bits in 10th spot. So, but their recent form has actually turned around a little bit. 2 wins at the past 3 for Levante. Eibar on the flip side, just 3 defeats at the past 6. But with winless in 4, so they could do with a win at home against Levante. So the last 6 between the two sides: 1 win for Eibar, 1 win for Levante, 4 draws along the way. They played in Levante earlier in the season. It was a 0-0 draw. The last time I played in Eibar, get this, it was an 8-goal barnstormer. That's right, that was around about December 2018. Sergi Enrich, Gonzalo Escalante, and Charles with a brace for Eibar. Levante's goals coming from Jose Luis Morales, Robert Pierre, Paulo Oliveira with a big fat OG, and Boria Mayol on the score sheet for Levante. If we can get one of those, that would be an absolute treat for us all. Levante have actually lost 6 of the last 7 away matches, so they're not fancying their chances as well. And they've also conceded 2 goals in 6 of those last 7 away matches as well. So a bit sloppy away from home. Bookmakers, this game takes place on Saturday, 29th of Feb. Evens for Eibar for the victory. 12-5 is the draw. 40-5 is the away win. A win for Eibar in this victorious in this weekend. They could go from 16th, just a little bit closer to 15th, but they'll remain in 16th. Levante are in 10th, a win away from getting closer to 9th. So regardless of what happens, if either of these two sides are victorious, they won't budge a single bit position wise. Next up we have I'm going to go with a cheeky 2-1 win for Levante, 10th spot on the table. Eibar struggling. I'm going to give it to Levante, who, decent form, 2 wins at the past 3. They've got the bit between the teeth, and I think they'd like to end the season quite strongly further up the table if possible. Next up we have Valencia up against Betis. Real Betis, where are they in the table at the moment? They are down in 13th. Valencia are in 18th. Of course, they've got European football on the horizon as well. Heading into this, the last 6 encounters between two sides: 3 wins for Valencia, 1 win for Betis, and 2 draws along the way. They played in Betis earlier in the season. It was a 2-1 win for Betis. The veteran Joaquim on the score sheet, Sergio Canales as well for Betis, Maxi Gomez on the score sheet for Valencia. Heading into this, Betis have actually failed to win 11 of the last 12 away matches. And also Valencia are actually undefeated in the last 14 home matches in La Liga. So they are fancy. If you're going to be a wise old man or a futuristic kind of man to bash back against Betis on this one, I'm going to go with the bookmakers. Evens for Valencia. 12-5 is the draw. 30-5 is the away win. Valencia are in 8th. A win away though from getting back into Europa League spots up to 6th. whereas Real Betis, like I said, 13th, a win away from going into the top 10. That's right. But yes, like I said, Valencia unbeaten at home. Going to go with another one there, 2-0 win over Betis to make it another 3 points. Next up, we have Leganés up against Alavés. Leganés are in 19th, Alavés in 14th at the moment. The form heading into this, Alavés actually lost 2 of the past 6, whereas Leganés just 1 win in the past 6. So, yeah, a little bit of not the greatest form for either of the two sides. Heading into this, so the last 6 encounters between two sides, 2 wins for Leganés, 4 draws, 0 wins for Alavés. They played over in Alavés earlier in the season. It was a 1-1 draw, and the last time they played in Leganés was around about November 2018. It was a 1-0 win for Leganés. The goal scorer on that occasion, Youssef En-Nesri, scoring the one and only goal. Leganés actually failed to score in 5 of the last 6 matches in La Liga. That's both home and away. Bookmakers, they give odds on this one, 11-10 for Leganés, 9-4 is the draw, 13-5 is the away win for Alavés. We already talked about the perks and percolations, but I'm going to go with a cheeky 2-1 win for Leganés. They are struggling at the moment, but they need a win, and this will be a prime opportunity for them to do that. And if they are victorious, they could mathematically go above Mallorca, but they'll need a bit of a helping hand with them to lose. And who they are taking on? They are taking on Getafe. It's doable, but again, it'll keep them in the drop zone. They've got more to do. They've got more work to do if they're going to get themselves out of the relegation zone. Next up, we have Granada up against Celta Vigo. Now, these two sides heading into this, the last 6 encounters between two sides, 4 wins for Granada, 4 wins for Celta Vigo, 1 win for Granada, and 1 draw along the way. However, the most recent game between these two sides took place in Celta Vigo in September. It was a 2-0 win for Granada. That's right. And the goal scorers on that day, I'll tell you in just a second. So the goal scorers on that bad boy was, get to it, buddy. You're wasting my time. It is German or German Sanchez and Yangel Herrera on the score sheet. Actually, 2 players were sent off for Celta Vigo, so that did give them a bit of a helping hand. Playing against 9 men for a good 60 minutes. Heading into this, Granada actually won their last 3 home matches with a 1-goal margin in those 3 home matches as well. I don't really get that statistics. Celta Vigo actually failed to win 23 of the last 24 away matches, so they're absolute dreadful away from home. Heading into this, the bookmakers give where are you, Granada? A 30-8 for the victory, 21-10 is the draw, 9-5 is the away win on this one. Granada are in 9th, a win away from going into 7th. Celta Vigo are just above the drop zone, 24 points on the board. A win for them could get them above Eibar into 16th. I have tipped Eibar to lose, so that could be the occasion that will get them 1 spot closer to safety. Further up the field anyway. But for me, I'm going to go with a 1-0 win, just a cheeky 1-0 win for Granada. They are looking decent. 3 wins at the past 4 for Granada. Celta Vigo, not too shabby form for them, just 1 defeat at the past 6, but Granada at home is a separate entity. Next up we have Sevilla up against Osasuna. Sevilla are in 4th at the moment. Osasuna are down in 12th. They seem to be hanging on, doing just enough to stay in the La Liga for another season. Heading into this, Osasuna 3 defeats in the past 4. Sevilla on the flip side, just 1 win in the past 4. So yeah, we'll see. I think Sevilla's form is better than Osasuna's grandmaster plan on this one. Heading into this, the last 6 encounters between two sides, 4 wins for Sevilla, 1 draw and 1 win for Osasuna. They played in Osasuna earlier in the season, around about December time. It was a 1-1 draw. Chimiavela on the score sheet for Osasuna. Munir El Hadi on the score sheet for Sevilla. Olia Sanjuro got himself sent off on that one as well for Osasuna. Last time played in Sevilla was back in 2017. 5-0 win for Sevilla. Vertola with a brace, Franco Vasquez with a brace, and Steven Jutovic as well on the score sheet. Sevilla actually undefeated in their 9 of the last 10 home matches in La Liga, so they're going to be a tough old unit to beat. Heading into this, Osasuna actually lost 4 of the past 5 in all competitions. Whereas Sevilla just 1 win and 5 in all competitions as well. Bookmakers, they go in favour of Sevilla, of course, 9-20 on in favour of Sevilla. 3-1 is the draw, 7-1 is the away win. So a tall order for anything but a Sevilla victory, and that's what I'm going for, folks. I'm going with a 2-1 win, going with the bookies, going with a form book, and that's 3 points heading to Sevilla, staying in Sevilla. Athletic Bilbao up against Villarreal. This one's a bit of a tricky one. Bilbao are actually in 11th spot, whereas Villarreal are in 7th heading into this. The recent record between two sides, 1 win for Bilbao, 2 wins for Villarreal, 3 draws along the way. They played in Villarreal earlier in the season, around about November time. It was a 0-0 draw, so no scores on that occasion. But the last time they played in Bilbao was back in September 2018. 3-0 win for the visitors. That's right, Villarreal picking up the victory. Pablo Fornals on the score sheet. Ramiro, Funes Mori and Carl Toko Ekambi on the score sheet as well. 2 late goals in that one in the final 10 minutes of that game. Bilbao have actually lost for the last 4 matches in La Liga, whereas Bilbao have actually lost with a 1-goal margin in their last 3 matches. So tight defeats, that's what that statistic means. So let's take a look at the bookmakers. Bookmakers 29-20 in favour of Bilbao. 21-10 is the draw. 21-10 is also the victory for Villarreal. So Bilbao are favourites. They are shading it a little bit. A win for Bilbao in 11th could see them rise 1 spot to top 10. That's right, but it's 4 defeats on the spin for Bilbao. They are ropey. Villarreal on the flip side are in 7th. 1 defeat of the past 5, so they are red hot. With that, I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw. Yeah, it'll break the little curse a little bit for Bilbao. They'll stop the rot a little bit with a positive point. Villarreal getting a point away from home ain't too shabby as well. So I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw in this one. Next up, we have bottom club Espanyol duking out with 3rd place Atlético Madrid. One winner in this one, surely, right? Yes, everyone, I'm pretty sure, going to go with Madrid on this one. But Espanyol are scrambling for their lives. They are in Europa League action, but they are on the verge of losing that as well after a bit of a spanking by Wolves in the first leg. By the time this game takes place, they'll know their Europa League fate, and I'm pretty sure they're already doomed anyway. Heading into this, the last 6 encounters, though, 3 wins for Espanyol, 3 wins for Atlético Madrid. Heading into this, they played in Madrid earlier in the season. It was a 3-1 win with goals from Carrera, Morata and Koch, with Espanyol's one and only goal come from Sergio Darder. However, the last time they played in Espanyol was back in May 2019. It was a 3-0 win for Espanyol. Godin with a big fat OG and Borja Egales with a brace on that occasion. So yeah, Madrid looking pretty solid at the moment. Just 1 defeat the past 6 even in all competitions, in all grounds, including the 1-0 win over Liverpool. Espanyol are ropey as can be. 1 win in the past 5. That was against Mallorca at home. So what do the bookmakers think on this one then? This 3-1 for Espanyol, evens for Atlético Madrid, 11-5 is the draw. A win for Espanyol. If they could be victorious on this one, they are in 20th spot. They could still mathematically get into 18th spot with a victory here. They'll need all the ducks in a row though to get that happening. And then Mallorca defeat and a Leganés defeat. And according to me, we haven't done Mallorca yet. Well, we'll take a little look at it in a minute. A win for Atlético Madrid in 3rd could strengthen their position and maybe cut away from the chasing pack. But I'm going to go with a 3-1 win for Atlético Madrid, and it's another victory for another defeat for Espanyol. Next up, we have Mallorca up against Getafe. Getafe are in 5th. Mallorca are down in 18th. The last 6 encounters between the two sides, 1 win for Mallorca, 2 wins for Getafe, 3 draws along the way. They played earlier in the season in Getafe. It was a 4-2 win for the Champions League chasers with goals from Idrasu Baba with a big fat OG, Jorge Molina, Alian Romeo Norion and Angel Rodriguez. The goals for Getafe with Ante Budmir, the 2 goals for Mallorca with a brace. Heading into this, Getafe, pretty decent form. However, they have picked up defeats against Sevilla and Barcelona in the past 3 matches. However, they beat Ajax, Valencia and Bilbao in this small cluster of 5 games. However, Mallorca look absolutely ropey. But recently, they've picked up a couple of positive points. A point against Real Betis away from home and a win against Alavés as well. But before that was 4 games losing. So bookmakers will probably go with Getafe on this one. Mallorca 11-4, Getafe 6-5, 19-10 is the draw. A win for Mallorca in 18th could see them rise a couple spots to 16th. A win for Getafe in 5th could see them rise to 3rd, boys and girls. That's right, that'll be well in the old Champions League mix. Right now they're in the Europa League mix. I'm going to go with a cheeky 2-1 win for Getafe to take the 3 points. And that's where I'm going to leave it, folks. No, of course it's not. We are here for the El Clasico. We build it up from the get-go. Let's talk about it, shall we? It's first against second, but second against first, really, when you take a look at it. It's over in the Bernabeu. The last 6 encounters between 2 sides have ended up 0 wins for Real Madrid, 3 draws and 3 wins for Barcelona. So it's been a while for Real Madrid's last victory. If you take a look at the last 6 encounters at the Bernabeu, it's actually been 1 win for Real Madrid, 5 wins for Barcelona. You've got to go back to 2017 in the Cup for Real Madrid's last victory over Barcelona. So they're due a beating. But yeah, I just don't know. I think I might have actually sided with Real Madrid on this one. But anyway, Real Madrid are actually undefeated in the last 12 home matches in La Liga. But Barcelona have actually won their last 4 matches in La Liga, both home and away. They've also scored at least 2 goals in the last 4 matches across the division. Heading into this, the bookmakers go 6-5 in favour of Real Madrid, 90-10 for Barcelona, 40-5 is the draw. It's a tough old boots, this one. Barcelona leading the race currently with 2 points clear of Real Madrid. A win for Real Madrid could see them leapfrog Barcelona into top spot. Make sure you get your predictions in for all of these, including these bad boy. El Clasico, where's it going to go? I'm going to go with a cheeky 2-2 draw. I can't separate two sides. It'll be a stain on Real Madrid's CV, as they haven't beaten Barcelona in a long time, and they need to turn this corner and to show their dominance. And I think if they are going to become victorious in La Liga, they need to win this game, regain some bit of positivity, because they've only lost twice this season, which strengthens that cause. I just don't think Real Madrid will lose this. They'll either win it or it'll be a draw, and I'm going to side with the draw. Make sure you get your predictions in there down the comment section down below. Anyway, folks, if the predictions like this come on in just like that, this is what the table would look like at the end of it. Real Madrid will be in top spot, 56 points. Real Madrid will be in second, so no change there, 54 points. But it'll be Madrid and Sevilla chasing them down a little bit. The big gainers here. Madrid in third, Sevilla in fourth. Getafe, Real Sociedad, Valencia in the top 7. Down the bottom will be Espanyol, Leganés, and Mallorca going down to the Segundo Division. So yes, folks, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash that thumbs up. If you're new, smash a subscribe. New videos every single day on the channel. Before I bounce out of here, make sure you check out the description. Links to my other social media platforms are in there. Twitter, trying to chase down 1,000 followers. Facebook, I'm on there every now and again. Of course, Patreon, boys, because I am trying to chase down 10 Patreons to support the channel. That's the latest goal for that. If you are interested in becoming a Patreon, check out the description. There's a link in there. Patreon.com/Roverseas. If you want to help the channel in another level besides your viewership, that's the way to go, boys and girls. And speaking of Patreons, I want a big shout out to the 9, the Power 9. That's right. Russell Frost, No Code Drinker, Tom Beresford, Tom Clark, The Ledge, John Spurn, Mitchell Shoney, LG and Cal, Constable 1976, and Aztec Marky B Mark. So a big shout out to you boys for supporting the channel the way you do with your viewership and of course with your patronage. And hopefully we could kick off further to another level, boys and girls. We'll be back anyway, regardless. 26, match day number 27. We'll have them next week. International's not far away as well. We've got a lot to look forward to on the channel. So anyway, until then, make sure you bang the thumbs up, bang the subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.